that they're changing my voice. Now, I've brought this up before, and I want you to seriously consider this. The government is supposed to respond to the will of the people in a democratic society, in a Republican society, in a society that's the mix of them both. A democratic nation, a nation of the people. And that means that they need to have discussions, they need to answer questions, they need to have debates, they need to answer why they won't pass the two plans that I'm currently proposing at the same time. One, the $5.44 trillion plan. There's about $180 billion a year in new wealth taxes, okay, that they can afford. There's 22.5 millionaires and billionaires, and some of them have quite a bit of money. And I'll break that down for you in a second. The other one is a global plan that America is going to, should contribute to and should insist that every country in the world contributes to. And with the tax money from America alone, it's $180 billion as well in taxes, in wealth taxes, okay, on the rich. We also should pass a vice tax plan to raise $36 billion a year for rehabs and to keep the rehabs running here in America. So this is how it breaks down. If you're worth $3 million, because it's a progressive tax, you'd be paying about $16,000 a year for 20 years, then we'll cut it back. We'll cut back the global plan because by then a lot of these countries should be self-sustaining because of the tax revenue, because of what happens when you feed them properly and they have what they need to grow and to develop, etc. Okay, we could probably cut it back in 3/4, maybe in half by then. But so this is what it looks like, right? 10 years into the plan, someone worth $3 million, okay, should be worth $4 million or more because they have $3 million in investments, in savings accounts, what have you. It should be growing, right? Unless they're not doing their job. If they're not doing their job, hey, that's their bad. So $3 million, they might have income on top of that. Keep that in mind. So the average one of them probably have $4 million. And they would have paid $160,000 in extra taxes by then. Okay, in 20 years, it'll be $320,000. And again, they should have $4 or $5 million if they've been maneuvering well. Think about investing in housing and so on and so forth, right? They should have more money 20 years later than they had, than they have right now, even with these plans. Okay, and you can do the math. Think of it as a progressive tax, okay, for how much the millionaire would pay, how much someone who's has $1 billion would pay, etc. Okay, so it's very affordable. It's very doable, and it would end world hunger. It would end homelessness in America. It would end child hunger. It would set the stage to end homelessness worldwide. So why don't we pass this plan? I'll put the details in the comments. Again, someone worth $3 million. After 20 years, will only have paid $320,000, and they should be worth $4 or $5 million because when you have that much money, you have it in investments, okay? Sound investments like housing. Think about how much your houses were worth 20 years ago compared to how much they're worth now. And even if they don't do a good job, well, welcome to capitalism, right? Even if they're worth only $2 million, boo-hoo, okay? They're right to have $320,000 more dollars 20 years from now pales in comparison to stopping 9 million people from starving to death every year and all the other things that occur when you don't help people out in this particular way. Clear cut, clear as day. Only a greedy monster would say otherwise. And if police can identify when someone's speeding and pull them over and give a ticket, they can identify when the programs aren't being cost effective. It comes with more FBI agents to track the money, the most shrewd businessmen to make sure that the money is being spent in a cost effective way, comparing them to private purchases and what the expected cost is to be is, and relaxing environmental legislation and other legislation as needed. It's open and shut. Thank you.